Hello everyone, this is Al, Red Sox fan, coming to you from Al, Red Sox fan YouTube channel. And we're going to bring you some early morning wrestling as we have Ernie Big Cat Ladd taking on superstar Billy Graham for the WDG US title. Superstar Billy Graham won the vacant title when he bludgeoned Mick Foley. That match is on demand and can be seen. Ernie Big Cat Ladd got here with a miracle of miracles. He defeated the magnificent one Don Morocco in a slobber knocker. Morocco thought he had it won, but Ernie Big Cat Ladd, showing his testicular fortitude, kicked out, came back, and won that match when all seemed lost. The Grand Wizard of Wrestling, who manages both of these grapplers, will be at ringside, but who shall he choose? Dave Little is at ringside waiting for the mat action. He said, "Let's get ready to rumble." Check out that marvelous channel, Dave Little. He's got his basketball game coming up on Friday, I believe, unless is he on? Are you on this Friday? Can't remember. I don't know if you're taking a little time off. And Captain Carl is also at ringside. And Dave Gardner, who says, "I love this game." Again, this is a free game. Dave Gardner's featured it on his channel also. It is a free game. It's called Chris's Wrestling Dice Game, and it can be found on Sports Replays Field of Dreams. The link is provided in the chat and on the page. If for some reason the link does not work, just type in Sports Replays Field of Dreams, go to downloads, and look for Chris's wrestling game. It's absolutely wonderful and free. As Dave Little says, no basketball this Friday. That's right. I was trying to remember from last Friday. So this will probably be our only match this morning, as it's kind of early/late. But I wanted to do this because I watched Dave Gardner listen to it at work, and he did a marvelous job with his matches. It's so much fun, this game. I'm using the Excel helper. I'll be rolling my own dice. You can play it. I also, like Dave Gardner, printed up the cards and charts. But this is the Excel helper. If you want to do it this way, it's also a lot of fun. If you don't want to roll, you can click roll. But I will be rolling my own dice and reading the results to you. So let's get to the match and have some fun. Again, this is for the Wrestling Dice Game United States title. Billy Graham is the champion. He defeated Mick Foley in the inaugural U.S. title match. Ernie Ladd won the Eliminator against Don Morocco when the first match prior to that, Chief Wahoo McDaniel and Stan the Lariat Hansen were both DQ'd for bashing each other with chairs. So this, Ernie Ladd got his opportunity against Morocco, and now he will get his shot against Billy Graham. As Dave Gardner says, "Al, I did," and yeah, no, I listened to it, Dave. With Pedro Morales, you did Pedro Morales and Adrian Adonis. Yeah, I listened to it. It was absolutely wonderful when I was at work. He says, "Al, that match," well, I'll read what he said exactly. He says, "Al, I did an intercontinental title match that I saw in real life as a kid from Boston Garden. Oh, that was crazy." Yeah, lots of fun. Lots of fun, this game. All right, here we go. And I'm also looking into the one that Dave Little, Legends of Wrestling. And I have that other wrestling game. You can't roll your own dice, but it's a lot of fun. Superstar Wrestling. So here we go. As we await the grapplers, the Grand Wizard has already entered ringside. And again, we don't know who he's going to side with. Ernie Ladd will be the face, just because there's a few more fans, and Billy Graham will be the heel. Again, you have to choose. You have to choose one or the other. So here we go. As coming out first is Ernie Big Cat Ladd, the former NFL, AFL, and NFL football player. So here comes Ernie Big Cat Ladd with that long robe. The Big Cat, 6'9", 320 pounds, from Orange Grove, Texas, wants to bring that U.S. title back to the Lone Star State. As he enters the ring, he steps right over that top rope. Right over that top rope. A large man. And he awaits the U.S. title holder for the WDG, Superstar Billy Graham. Billy Graham playing the mind games. He's going to make him wait a bit. And now here comes a superstar. Billy Graham with all his accoutrements. He'll have to take them off himself. No, he has a valet coming with him. The Grand Wizard usually takes off his accoutrements. And Billy Graham stretched down to the ring, to the boos of the crowd here. And we're in Boston Garden. And here comes a superstar. He comes into the ring, the boos following him. And the valet will start to take the accoutrements off. And Superstar Billy Graham is ready. He goes into his muscle pose. The fans boo. Ernie Ladd not impressed. Ernie Ladd yells out, "I'm going to put my big boot right in your ass and take that title away. I'm going to stomp you out, hippie." As Ernie Ladd continues to call him a hippie. Billy Graham, 6'4", 275 pounds of pure power and muscle, Paradise Valley, Arizona. We'll occasionally catch him at Venice Beach, California, doing his poses. The referee calls them to the center, gives them the warnings. No gouging of the eyes, no pulling of the hair, no chokeholds. Both of these grapplers are very refined in those dirty tactics. And here we go. So before we get ready, Billy Graham is an A grade. Ernie Ladd is below him, a B grade. Billy Graham has a 7 DQ, so 8 and higher, he will be DQ'd if it goes to a disqualification check. Ernie Ladd is an 8, so a 9 and higher. Billy Graham has 2 kick-out saves, so you actually have to defeat Billy Graham, possibly defeat him 3 times. The first 2 times he will use, and that's good for a count-out, the way I play it, a submission, or a kick-out of a pin. Ernie Ladd has none, so it's going to be an uphill battle for the large man, Ernie Ladd. Ernie Ladd has a few less offensive moves. You can see 41, 42, 43, and 45 are all reversals, which means the action will go back to Superstar Billy Graham. And for Billy Graham, 41 and 42 are reversals. After 10 grade changes, anything with a D2, which means your opponent drops 2 grades, will be a pin attempt. So, both grapplers, oh my lord, they go right at it. Ernie Ladd turned and Billy Graham jumped on him. And before the bell rings, they're pounding away. Billy Graham trying to take advantage here. And Ernie Ladd just picks him up by his hair and flings him over that top rope. As the referee calls for the bell, ding, 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 ding. And Billy Superstar Graham looks at the Grand Wizard of Wrestling, who now starts to shy towards Ernie Ladd's corner. And Billy Graham starts to walk away. The fans start to boo. And now he heads back towards the ring, motioning to the referee to make Ernie Ladd step back. I'm the champ. And here comes a superstar back into the ring, and we shall start the match. We will roll for control. Ladd the red dice, Billy Graham the white die. The higher number will start off the match in control. It is a 6, and Billy Graham will start off in control. So Billy Graham and Ernie Ladd look to hook up, and Billy Graham has to look up. That's for sure when he tries to hook up. That's a 23. A 23 off the Graham card. We'll go to the turnbuckle. So he's going to send Ernie Ladd to the turnbuckle. What a feat of strength there as he throws the big man towards the turnbuckle and bulls him back in. Ernie Ladd might be playing a little coy here. We roll for the turnbuckle result. You add them together. That's a 4. And Ladd bounces out of the corner into a bear hug body drop. Wow. So Billy Graham grabs Ernie Ladd out of the corner. Ladd took 2 steps out. Billy Graham grabbed him as he was off balance and basically bear hug slammed him to the canvas. Billy Graham putting the boot to Ernie Ladd, working the legs, trying to keep the big man down. Continues to put the boot down. He stays in control. We roll off the Graham card. That's a 23. And again, he's going to keep him in the turnbuckle. He's going to put his leg up there and just stomp away on it. 6. Turnbuckle. And now, superstar Billy Graham tries to bounce from one turnbuckle to the other. He goes rushing after him. And Ernie Ladd moves out of the way. Superstar Billy Graham goes slamming into the turnbuckle. Ernie Ladd grabs him by his blonde hair and sends him to the canvas. And now Ernie Ladd stomps away. And Ernie Ladd is in control. Let's see what Ernie does to the superstar. He wants to be U.S. title holder. 36 off the Ladd card. And Ernie Ladd, the bigger man, is going to try to wear down superstar Billy Graham. We go to the wear down chart. So let's see how Ernie Ladd plans to grind superstar Billy Graham into submission. That is a 6. Superstar strikes Ernie Ladd with a knee to the testicle region. And he tries to put the big man Ernie Ladd in a sleeper hole as he jumps on his back. Ernie Ladd is stunned and slams Billy Graham back into the turnbuckle corner. Billy Graham gets up on the turnbuckle as Ladd stumbles away and off the top rope with an elbow. And Ladd goes down to a knee and Billy Graham takes control. What a matchup it is here at Boston Garden. We roll off the Graham card. A 43 for superstar Billy Graham. And Billy Graham distracts the referee, says, "Look at the Grand Wizard." Then he jumps up and grabs Ernie Ladd by his afro and slams him to the canvas. And he would go up in grade, but he cannot. He's still an A, but we will hit the A. After 10 grade changes, a D2 will be a pin attempt. Oops. So Billy Graham in control as he stomps away at Ernie Ladd. Again, working that knee and ankle region to try to keep the big man off his feet. That's a 24 off the superstar Billy Graham card. 24. And he's going to send Ernie Ladd into the ropes. What a feat of strength. So he whips Ernie Ladd into the ropes. That's number 5 chart. We roll. That's a 6. Ernie Ladd comes off the ropes with a hard shoulder block and knocks Graham down. As Ernie Ladd just smiles at him, Billy Graham rolls out of the ring, and Ernie Ladd takes over on the offense. He pursues Graham to the outside, Graham running around the ring, Ernie Ladd chasing after him like the giant he is. And now Graham goes rolling back in the ring. Ernie Ladd comes back in the ring. They're going to hook up once more. We roll off the Ernie Ladd card. That is a 51. As he throws Graham to the ropes, but Graham holds on. He does not come off the ropes. Ernie Ladd pursues a big chop by Ladd. Again, we roll off the Ernie Ladd card. That's a 23. 23 turnbuckle chart. Chart number 4 on the Excel helper. Let's see what Ladd does to him as he has Graham pinned in the corner on the turnbuckle. That's an 8. Graham again goes low on Ernie Big Cat Ladd. Now he climbs up in the corner And he leaps off, and it's a clothesline. And down goes Ernie Ladd. Superstar Billy Graham going to the high-flying antics, not known for that. Graham takes control. Graham trying to desperately hold on to this U.S. title and try to get a crack at Hulk Hogan. That's a 52 off the Graham card. And Graham goes dirty. That is an eye gouge. Another eye gouge. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blows with a closed fist. The referee admonishes Superstar Billy Graham. Billy Graham 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. He goes to a knee to the groin. And Ladd down to his knees. And Superstar Billy Graham goes down to his knees with a muscle pose, taunting Ernie Ladd. Ernie Ladd drops to a C grade. Graham now gets back up. The crowd is booing. The Grand Wizard now starts moving more towards the Billy Graham corner. We roll off the grip. 66! 66! Superstar Billy Graham gouges Ernie Ladd in the eyes once again. And then a knee to the groin. And he has wrapped on the bear hug. I don't know if this will work. He has wrapped on the bear hug. Ernie Ladd has no kick-out saves. He now slams Ernie Ladd to the canvas. He wraps his leg. He's going for the pin. Ladd, a C grade. A 2 and a 12 wins it. Here's the count. It's a 6. 1, 2, and Ladd kicks out. But he will drop a grade, and Ernie Ladd is in deep pile of poop. The fans trying to cheer on the big cat. He is the fan favorite in this one. He will drop, Ernie Ladd will drop to a D. Ernie Ladd in a world of hurt. Superstar Billy Graham wants to retain this title. Remember, Ernie Ladd came back from the depths of hell to defeat the magnificent one, Don Morocco, to get this crack. And again, Billy Graham playing to the crowd, pissing them off because he so loves to do that. He goes into a muscle pose, then turns quickly and puts a boot to the side of Ernie Ladd's head, and Ladd slumps into the ropes. He's on one knee. And that's a 62, and Billy Graham jumps on Ernie Ladd's back. He applies a full Nelson. Ernie Ladd trying to get him off. He goes down to a knee. Will this be a submission? This will be unbelievable. The referee's asking Ernie Ladd. Ladd down to a D. Again he's asking Ernie Ladd. Ladd trying to reach for the ropes. He cannot get there. Superstar Billy Graham continues to hold on to that full Nelson. Will he submit? An 8. No! Ernie Ladd stands up and drives Superstar Billy Graham into the turnbuckle. Finally, Billy Graham, the superstar, reluctantly lets go as the wind is knocked out of him. Ernie Ladd to the canvas, trying to get back to his feet, but superstar Billy Graham recovers first and stomps the boot to his back. Ernie Ladd drops a grade. He is now down to an F, as there is no E. It's been Superstar Billy Graham. His strategy of taking the legs away from the big man has worked marvelously. Superstar Billy Graham once again starts his offense. It's a 66! It is a 66! Billy Graham goes off the ropes and nails Ernie Big Cat Ladd with a flying body press. He forgoes the bear hug. He hooks the leg. This could be it. Ernie Ladd needs a 7 to kick out. And he does! Just like in the Don Morocco match, Ernie Ladd throws Superstar Billy Graham nearly out of the ring. Unbelievable! He kicks out with a 7. Now can he have that miracle comeback as he did against Don Morocco? Superstar Billy Graham is in shock, but he is still on the offense. Ernie Ladd needs something big here. He's a F grade. That is a 12. So Superstar Billy Graham goes to the specialty chart, as again he's going to try to finish off the big man from Orange Grove, Texas, 6'9", 320, the big cat Ernie Ladd. That is a 10. The crowd starts chanting Ernie Ladd's name. And Ernie Ladd, feeling the power within, his grade moves up to a D. 5 grade changes. And now he smacks Superstar Billy Graham. And now Ernie Ladd goes on the offense. Graham begging for mercy. I don't think the big cat will give any mercy to the superstar. So Ernie Ladd looking to punish Superstar Billy Graham. That's a 32. He's going for his setup move here. That's a 6. A setup hold chart. Ladd rolls. That's a 9. And Ernie Ladd, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. He has put Superstar Billy Graham in his own finishing move, the bear hug. And you can see Superstar Billy Graham writhing in pain as that 6'9", 320 taking out all of his frustration. It is like a python wrapped around Superstar Billy Graham. Billy Graham begging the ref to break it, but the ref will not break it as Superstar Billy Graham is not near the ropes. And now an eye poke, but Ernie Ladd will not let go. He continues to hold on to it. Another eye poke, and that is enough for Ernie Ladd to loosen enough, and Superstar Billy Graham gets away from him, and Ernie Ladd pursues him, blinking his eyes. Ernie Ladd still in offensive control. That is a 32. Again, Ernie Ladd will stay with the setup move. We roll. 5. Ernie Ladd, a big double chop on Superstar Billy Graham. He grabs him. He's going to superplex the superstar Ernie Ladd, who slammed Andre the Giant, now holds Superstar Billy Graham high over his head. The blood rushes towards the blonde locks, and boom goes Superstar Billy Graham. What a tremendous suplex. Ernie Ladd, it did take something out of Ernie also. He's slow to get up, but he maintains the offense. What a matchup it's been. That's a 22. A 22 off the Ladd card. He's going to whip Superstar Billy Graham into the turnbuckle. There goes Graham towards the turnbuckle. That's a 9. Graham comes hard off the turnbuckle. 2 steps towards Ernie Ladd. And Ernie Ladd, a tremendous hip toss, as he throws Superstar Billy Graham nearly across the ring. Graham once again on his knees, but not muscle posing. He is begging for mercy. What a comeback by Ernie Big Cat Ladd, Ladd stomps away with the big boot. That's a 54 for the Big Cat. He whips Billy Graham to the ropes as he comes to his feet. What a clothesline! He nearly decapitates Billy Graham as he goes head over heels. The superstar does, face first to the canvas, and then rolls out of the ring as the Big Cat stomps away. Graham on the outside. Ernie Ladd chases him. Graham, as Ernie Ladd grabs him, turns and pokes him in the eyes, just gives him enough time to get away from his pursuer. Rolls back into the ring. Ernie Ladd, again blinking his eyes, gives chase. That's Superstar Billy Graham. Both of these grapplers will break the rules. Ladd still on offense. 44. And, oh my lord! Superstar Billy Graham goes low on Ernie Big Cat Ladd with the knee to the groin, and then he takes his boot and puts it to the side of Ernie Ladd's knee. Ladd goes down to a knee. Superstar Billy Graham pounding away with the closed fist as he goes on the offense. No time limit, remember. There will be a champion. That is a 21 off the Graham card. And he's going to drive Ernie Ladd into the turnbuckle. We roll. That's a 9. Ladd comes off the turnbuckle. Superstar Billy Graham grabs him in a bear hug, and it's like a belly-to-belly suplex as he slams Ernie Ladd to the canvas. And he's screaming at Ernie Ladd, "Get up!" I don't know if he really wants him to get up, but he's screaming at him. And again, now he continues to put the boots to the leg of Ernie Ladd. He wants to take the legs away from the big man, chop him down to size. Graham continues on his mayhem of offense. That's a 44. Graham flexes for the crowd. It pisses the crowd off so much, it helps superstar Billy Graham. He cannot go up a grade, but 6 grade changes now. So Ernie Ladd still, and again, Graham should not be wasting time. It gives Ernie Ladd precious time to recover what strength he still has left. Graham now turns his attention and trying to keep the U.S. title belt here in the WDG to Ernie Ladd. We roll once again. It's a 62. A 62. Nelson Ladd is staggered. He's still hurt. And once again, superstar Billy Graham leaps on his back and puts a full Nelson on him. And he's able to take Ernie Ladd to the canvas. The referee looking for the submission here. Ladd at a D grade. Ladd needs a 6, 7, or 8. The referee's asking Ernie Ladd. He's asking. They roll. It's a 6! Ernie Ladd reaches the ropes. Again, Ernie Ladd somehow struggles to get out of it. He reaches to the ropes, but superstar Billy Graham will not let go. He will not let go, and finally the ref screaming at him, "I will DQ you, and my decision, you will lose the title." Graham says that is nonsense. That's not in the rules. He lets go, and he plants a stomping boot in the back of Ernie Ladd's head. Ladd is slumped through the ropes. He will drop to an F grade. Ernie Ladd is giving it his all. Superstar Billy Graham is still at an A grade. 7 grade changes as superstar Billy Graham threatens to smack the poop out of the ref. And the Grand Wizard saying, "I'm always with you, superstar." You can see the Grand Wizard hedging his bets now to superstar Billy Graham. 41. And just as I say that, Graham turns to walk back towards Ernie Ladd, and Ernie Ladd catches him with a right hand, and down goes superstar Billy Graham. Ernie Ladd assumes the offense. Ladd limping, though. You can see the damage that superstar Billy Graham did to his leg region. That's a 15. And it goes to the brawl. Both men pounding away, and Ladd's getting the better of it. We go to the brawling chart, number 3. That's a 5. Ladd slams superstar Billy Graham after pounding away at him into the turnbuckle, and he rakes his back with his fingernails. Oh my Lord! Superstar Billy Graham screaming out in agony, and Ernie Ladd laughing at him as Dave Little from ringside is going, "Come on, Ernie! Come on!" Ernie Ladd continues his rampage of destruction towards Billy Graham, but he's tired, he's hurt, his legs are gone. He is limping towards Billy Graham, who is trying to get away from him. He tries to grab Graham's blonde locks. That's a 22. And he whips superstar Billy Graham into the turnbuckle. A 5. And Ladd pursues right after him. And he starts pounding away with the right hands. And the fans chanting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as he's rat-a-tatting Billy Graham's head. 8, 9. Graham is just dazed. Ladd stops. He windmills that right hand. 10, and he nails superstar Billy Graham, who goes face first into the canvas. Unbelievable. But Ernie Ladd, you can see him as he goes to one knee, is favoring those hobbling legs that superstar Billy Graham did a job on. Graham still at an A grade, though, for all the punishment he's taken. He has not dropped a grade yet. Ernie Ladd at an F. Ernie Ladd's got to do something to bring him down. And Ernie Ladd rolls a 65. He whips superstar Billy Graham to the ropes. And his ailing legs, he gets the big boot up, but not to the full extent. He plants it. Graham goes down. Ladd tries to pin him. Graham too close to the ropes. He will use his save. So superstar Billy Graham has used one save as he puts his foot on the ropes. Oh, that's not, wrong spot. Wrong spot. Wrong spot right here. No, that's not right either. Where do you put the save? Used. Duh. He has one left. So there it is. That's where you put, because he had two, as you remember, he had two saves, and he uses one of his automatic saves. So superstar Billy Graham puts his leg on the ropes. The big cat is still in control. We roll off the Ernie Ladd card. That's a 41. And just as I say that, superstar Billy Graham again, poke to the eye, knee to the groin, leg whip, and he's going to wrap him up. It's a pin attempt. Superstar Billy Graham somehow puts Ernie Ladd into a small package. And once again, Ernie Ladd is at an F. You can see that F. He has to roll a 7. He's done it once. Can he do it again? Ernie Ladd needs to roll a 7 to kick out. 1, 2, 3. He cannot kick out. And superstar Billy Graham has held on to his U.S. title here in the WDG in a terrific matchup. Ernie Ladd gave his all, but will come up short. Superstar Billy Graham retains the U.S. title in the WDG. Wrestling Dice Game U.S. Champion, Superstar Billy Graham. Ernie Ladd was game as you can be. Again, Superstar with those two saves. He had to use one when Ernie Ladd put that boot. The Ladd was hampered as Dave Little booing from his seat down in front. He's not happy with the result. As Ernie Ladd, as the Grand Wizard comes into the ring to congratulate superstar Billy Graham, saying, "I was with you all the way." As the Wizard looks at Ernie Ladd, what's he going to do? He goes over. Billy Graham, he says, "No, Billy, no, superstar." And the superstar reluctantly listens to the Grand Wizard of Wrestling. And now the Grand Wizard goes over to Ernie Ladd and pats him on the shoulder and says, "You did your best, Big Cat. We're going to get you a world title shot, or a TV title shot." Ernie Ladd, none too happy, though. None too happy. As the grapplers stare each other down. And Ernie Ladd is still really hobbling from the punishment he took. Superstar Billy Graham really concentrated on taking the legs off from the big man, Ernie Big Cat Ladd. Ernie Ladd had a lot of offense. He just did not get the downgrades he needed. He just did not get the downgrades that he needed. He had a lot of offense, but Superstar Billy Graham, as Superstar Billy Graham does, just wins matches, babies. Just win matches. So Superstar Billy Graham retains his U.S. title in the Wrestling Dice Game League. As Dave Gardner says, "Great match. Thank you, my friend. I look forward to matches on your channel and also Dave Little's channel using Legends of Wrestling." And myself and Dave Gardner, we use this is Wrestling Dice Game. It is free, and I provided the link on the page and in the chat and it's on Sports Replay Field of Dreams, so check that out. So once again, Billy Graham defeats Ernie Ladd via the reversal small package, which was incredible. I don't think he could have put the small package on Ernie Ladd had he not really done damage to those legs. And he 1, 2, 3 is victorious. Remember, Ernie Ladd kicked out when it looked all but over, and he gave it his all. We almost had that miracle comeback like he did against the magnificent Don Morocco. And coming out from the back is Stan Hansen, the Lariat, with his new manager, Christopher Walken. And Christopher Walken screaming to Billy Graham, you know what you're going to get? More cowbell. Oh, my Lord. As superstar Billy Graham and the Grand Wizard are a little perplexed by this. Ernie Ladd still far behind them, limping towards the back. And again, Stan Hansen, who was DQ'd along with Wahoo McDaniel in his matchup a few weeks back, and his manager, Christopher Walken, who took over his management, they're screaming, you're going to get the cowbell, more cowbell. And the fans start chatting, we want more cowbell. So, a little riff here with the heels in the WDG as Christopher Walken says, you're next, superstar Billy Graham. And that'll be it for our broadcast, folks. So I'd like to thank Dave Gardner. Check out that wonderful YouTube channel and also hockeytournaments.com. Dave Little, please check out his channel. No basketball game, though, this Friday. He does say, oh, yes, he has the tournaments. He's going, right, I forgot. He's going to a gaming tournament all weekend. Live wrestling event on Friday night and Saturday night. I forgot about that. You are correct. And thank you to Captain Carl. Greatly appreciate you guys' time. So hope everyone who watched enjoyed the match. And we'll be back next time with the heavyweight championship between Dusty Rhodes and Hulk Hogan, and probably a few matches afterwards if that match goes short. So that's something to look forward in the near future on the Al Red Sox fan channel. Again, this is Chris's, as they call it on the Field of Dreams Sports Replay site, Chris's wrestling dice game. It is free. The link is provided. The link is provided in the chat and on the page. Now you can play it as a true card and dice, like Dave Gardner showed on his channel, and you can also play it card and dice with the Excel helper. I use the Excel helper because, to me, I've played it card and dice by myself, without I don't have the setup to show all the charts properly, so I use this. But either way, check out Dave Gardner's channel. So much fun, this game. Jake Cruz was here watching. He says, thanks for the video. Thank you, my friend. And Dave Little says, thanks for the match. Well, thank you. I am going to take a shower and hit the hay as it's almost 1 a.m. here in Massachusetts. But it was a lot of fun. Please check out the members of the FOC, friends of the channel, friends of the community, and subscribe to them. And if you don't know if they're a content creator when you're in a chat or watching later on the chat replay, just click on their names and see if they're a content creator. Please subscribe to them, share them, and come to our chats and enjoy. All right, thank you, health and happiness. Once again, superstar Billy Graham retains the WDG United States title by pinning Ernie Big Cat Ladd on a reversal, as he did a job on Ernie Ladd's legs during the match, and it was a tremendous matchup. Ladd tried as hard as he could. We underestimate the superstar, but somehow he wins match after match. So until next time, thank you, take care, bye-bye, God bless, watch out for the superstar Billy Graham. Don't turn your back on him. And you know it's coming, folks. Peace!